Huh? Oh, I'm gonna be late at my first day at teaching at this new school. I need to get there on time. Do you need help with that?
I don't understand it.
Alright, does anyone remember the formula? Fuck you. Man, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. I don't want to focus on my academics, I just want to play the football. The football! Yes, but your academics can help you play the football. Let me show you, my student. If you take in the angle, you would be able to... Whoa. Perhaps I should focus more on the academics. Yes. Alright, class. Let's stop messing around. Let's actually get to some equations and stuff. Tim, is that crack? That's not even funny. You should probably stop doing that. Like, they'll actually destroy... They'll fuck up your life. This isn't even a joke. You should just stop that. Listen, Teach. You're trying to teach us and stuff like that, but we don't know anything about you. Why don't you tell us a small anecdote or story or something? Then you'll gain our trust and we'll work harder on our academics. You know what? You have a good point. Alright. I'm back. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, so... should I do this again? No, it's good. Yeah, I'm back. I'm doing this thing. But don't call it a comeback, because I've been here for years. Yeah, I know I said that this one was going to be the quickest one, and it wasn't. It actually ended up being the longest one so far. It took me, what, like 4 days to do it? But I worked a little bit on it every single day, and, you know, it was just one of those things where I had a lot going on, and, yeah. But it still has potential of being the best one. I thought that the joke that I was doing with this one was the funniest, and yeah, that's all she wrote with that. When it comes to that, this recording, this video is going to be probably the most unique one out of the 3 that I've done, that I will have done so far. You know, I have like time cards, I have specific points where I need to talk about specific things. Yeah, it's going to be a wild ride. So here we go with the sketching process again. It's, as I've said before, I just go over the same line over and over again without doing like a clean stroke. But that's just the process so far. I haven't adapted a new one. I haven't come up with another way of doing it yet, but you know, maybe someday, maybe never. It works now, so I'm just gonna do it. I spent so long doing that, doing the intro to this video, that my coffee's gone cold. So that's great. Yeah, this one, I really hope people start to actually see it and look at it and comment on it, because I think that it could be interesting. But if not, hey, you know, the only thing you can control in this world is your actions. You can't say, hey, people, look at this thing. And you know what? Maybe I don't want people to look at it. That's been my strength so far. I've had that freedom of just being able to do whatever I want, not care about mistakes, because people aren't going to look at it anyway. So, you know, here's me trying to. This is my attempt at drawing a hand. Yep. What happens afterwards is that I take a photo of a reference, and then I do the Mr. Burns like pontificating hand thing, you know, like the fingers together. That's where this cut comes from. And I also grabbed a reference of a hoodie, just to see what that looks like. So yeah, we're back. God damn, this coffee is so cold. Fuck me. Yeah, so at a certain point, I'm just gonna need to cut off everything because there's certain points where I need to say some certain stories and stuff. So when that comes, I might make it easier on myself and just keep on talking, and I'll just cut myself off. Like, it'll be like a solid cut because I did this recording. I've done this recording a couple of times now, so this one, I have a good feeling about this one. This one's going to be the one that I probably post. But last time that I recorded it, I was just kind of like looking at it and I was like freaking out. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get wrapped up. I'm gonna get wrapped. Oh, I need to move on to the next thing, and just fucking killed like the flow of everything. So I'm gonna kill the flow in a different way, where I'll just suddenly stop and interrupt myself. So get ready for that. Yeah, this one took the longest time, even though the genesis and the idea of this whole project was that these things were just something I could just throw out one by one very quickly. So, you know, there you go. That's the story of it. That's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm thinking about. The hands that I'm drawing here, they're based on a reference that I took. I took a photo of a reference and then I started drawing these hands. And, you know, hands are definitely a weak point for me. I think that's the same for any artist. I feel like when people say, hey, I'm a good hand drawer, I don't know, they went into their monk cave for like a couple of days and just, you know, they grinded out doing their hands. But, you know, I haven't done that. A lot of people haven't done that. You don't need to be good at hands to do drawing and stuff like that. So, I should say I can't do hands by imagination. They're super weird looking things. So this is based on a reference. And I think you can kind of see what I'm going at with these hands. You can see, like, yeah, you get it. You know, there was like perspective in it and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. What else? What's been going on? Not a lot, honestly. It's just been like this and work, basically. Yeah. In like, the reason why this one took so long wasn't because it's like a difficult project. I probably would have been able to do this in I don't know, half the time. Like, it was just procrastination, or, you know, I needed to do other things, not having sort of my life worked out, not like in a bad way, but just like it's unorganized, you know. It's not chaotic, it's unorganized. Yeah, so, and I also want to comment on the accusations that I'm just running off of the Megamind fandom, and that's basically where I get everything from, and that the only reason that I do this thing is that I'm trying to ride off the coattails of the Megamind fandom. And this is not Megamind. This is my own original character. He is not Megamind. He's not. His name is not Megamind. He doesn't have a name. He's not blue. You'll find this out later, but he's not blue. Yes, he's a devious little character, but he's not Megamind. He has a mind that is mighty. He has a lot of mind, but he's not Megamind. He's a lot of mind. All right. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I'm sick of people. Listen, you work hard, and people will just say, hey, is that Megamind? And you go, no, it's not fucking Megamind. What about you go fuck off? I don't know if I should be swearing, but whatever. God damn, this coffee's cold. Yeah, so I reckon this is a fun sketch. I've been having a problem in communication lately where I I just got a notification on my phone. One sec. It was nothing. Where I do drawing, right? I do illustration, and I say that I've done a sketch of it, right? Because this is what it is. It's not the finished thing. It's the sketch. So it's like, okay, well, I finished the sketch, but at the same time, I do comedy sketches, right? And I say, well, I've finished writing that sketch or something. So when I come out and when I talk to people about the stuff that I'm doing, I go, yeah, I finished a sketch. And once again, the English language has failed me with trying to explain something. It's not like a sketch. It's a sketch, like this drawing sketch. And I feel like once you need to like use more words to describe what you're talking about, it fails as a word. I'm not wrong in this. I think I'm right. And I think that the board, the people who are in charge of like words and such, they need to get onto it. They need to address these concerns that we're having, because I tell you what, it's getting worse. It is. It's getting way worse. I'm sick of pretending that it's not good. Like, I'm sick of pretending like the English language is a perfect language. It's not. There's a lot of fucked up things with it. I mean, the fact that, words. What the fuck are we doing with these letter things? Like, what are we doing with, like, as soon as you need to combine multiple letters to make a single sound, right? We have 44 phonemes, right? But we have, what, like, how many letters are in the alphabet? Like, 24 letters of the alphabet? Is that right? Something like that. We just don't have enough. Like, the ratio is off. So the sounds that we make with our mouths, we have to hodgepodge this limited, like, and apparently we took away a letter of the alphabet as well. Well, like, no, let's have less. What about we keep it so we can like distinguish like these sounds and stuff like that? I don't know what the fuck we're doing. English, fucking get your shit together, seriously. There you go, tirades of a dyslexic. Hey, audio cut out for a second there, but I'm back. Yeah, so at this point here, I was having trouble with the background. It was a weird thing with Paint where you would have seen it before if you were watching it, but I was trying to use a lasso tool to like select an area to like fill in afterwards, but as soon as I selected an area and I hit the bucket tool, it would get rid of the selection. It was like a weird Paint thing. Yeah, so I had to go this like roundabout way of getting the image out. So that point where I said I was going to get cut off is coming up soon. So that's where I have to stop this recording and do another one, because I need to edit the... Alright, so story time. I took this photo in a place, I probably shouldn't point out where, but basically I was using Photoshop to blur out their faces, and I didn't want to blur out their faces because I feel like that would be a bit too obvious, so I decided to use the AI tool in Photoshop over their faces. So I've taken this photo, I made sure to blur out the shoplifters' faces, which, I mean, I was debating whether I should or shouldn't do it. Like, I would be posting online people, but it's people who have shoplifted or have been accused of shoplifting. It just, I didn't really know how, like, I felt like this was the best way, even though I like morally I don't know what I was supposed to do in that situation. I think I did the right decision. But anyway, it was a good thing because I ended up doing these AI faces, and I think that they were particularly humorous. So we have this one, the lady, who looks frankly a little bit horrific. This one took the most. like editing that took the most attempts. We have this guy here who honestly he's got like the wise tree and like energy, you know what I'm saying? Like the wise tree with that weird face. Or like those photos of like the dogs that have like human faces. It just kind of had that, and had that energy to it. And then afterwards we have this one. Now this one is very interesting because I took the photo and I looked at it afterwards, and I've realized that the people who have posted these things, right, who have printed it out, stuck it on their window, they have photoshopped, or they haven't even photoshopped, but they cut out the guy's head and put it on that guy's body. Now I'm not sure if that guy's head belongs to that same body, but I feel like they might be trying to stitch the guy up. Like they found they found an image, like a Facebook image about like their enemy or their competitor or something like that, and it's just like, yeah, let's portray this person as a shoplifter. I don't know, because I did like the AI face thing, but I didn't put that head on that body. That's like, that was already there. Hopefully that makes sense. And the last thing as well is that I found the new mascot of this little enterprise that we're doing right now through the AI thing. I hovered over one of the faces and I said, face behind glass, and well, we got this guy now. So this is the new mascot. He doesn't have a name yet. If you have a suggestion for the name, post it down below. No one's watching anyway. We'll call him Harold. We'll call him Harold for now. Anyway, back to the speed draw. Yeah, so there you go. We're back now. So yeah, I pulled everything into Photoshop. I've seen a couple of these, like, posting shoplifters on like window, I found this one and I was like, this is the perfect one, because normally when I see these types of images, like, they don't have the perfect like impact font, like shoplifter banned. It's normally just grainy, like CCTV, footage, and it's like it doesn't look that great. But this one was on the window. I could just take the photo of it, and I was like, yeah, finally I can do my idea. Yeah, but I love these photos so much. And the joke is, I mean, it's obvious now, but it's like having a super villain, very dubious character on one of the photos. I find that extremely funny, personally. So I'm trying to stamp, what's it called? Stamp. It's the stamp tool, right? I'm trying to get rid of that guy as much as I can, so we have all that room that we could play with. And then I put my titular character on there. He's and I've said it before, and I feel like I don't need to defend myself anymore, because honestly I'm better than that. But he's not Megamind. He is my own original character. We'll call him, God, I don't have my name game on right now. He's the he calls himself the World Destroyer. He calls himself the Planet Destroyer, but he has all these plans of like world domination and stuff like that. But the only thing that he really does is stay at home, and he plays Bully for the PS2, which, like, fair enough, it's a really good game. But I mean, he said that he's going to be conquering the world. He's been saying he's going to conquer the world for like 10 years now, and he hasn't applied himself. He hasn't done anything. He's a super smart guy. He's and you know what? More than that, he's like fun to hang around. Like, I know he has like plans for world domination, but he likes obscure movies, and he's like really fun to talk to. But he never applies himself, and it just, I don't know. I feel like it's wasted talent, honestly. So I've already forgot the name that I gave him. But yeah, all of this, it really does change over time. He does not end up looking like this at the end. Honestly, I probably could edit a lot out of this, but no. No, I don't feel like it anymore. I want to get this thing out. Listen, I view these videos like I view a pimple. I just gotta squeeze the sucker out and be done with it. You know, I had bad acne when I was a kid, and you know, I searched online like, you know, how to deal with acne, and they say, hey, don't squeeze your pimples and stuff like that, but I never listened, and now I've got acne scars because of it. But it's just an annoying cyst on your face that you just want to get rid of. I mean, here's the crazy thing about it, right? I need a doctor to come in to squeeze my pimples because they know how to do it correctly. Like, I don't need a PhD to squeeze my pimple. Like, how far is this going to go? Like, you're not allowed to do your electricity anymore, right? You're not allowed to do your wiring because, you're gonna kill yourself. You're gonna zap yourself to death. What are we in, like, fucking this nanny state? Fuck off. No, honestly, I need laws to tell me what I can and can't do, honestly, because I feel like I would be one of those. I would just be a statistic of like person who has died by electrocuting themselves trying to, I don't know, trying to rewire like the bathroom light or something like that. That sounds like something that would happen to me. So all right, fair enough. Get a Sparky in to do it. You know, keep yourself safe. Yeah, so you'll see it later, and then I get rid of it. But I did a clipping mask on the lines layer, so I redid the lines, but I get rid of the lines afterwards as well because I think it looked better. But it's a really cool. I mean, if you do illustrations in Photoshop, I mean, I think it's a really cool technique. But you can put a clipping mask on your lines layer and you can change the lines. And I like the look of different colored lines. I think that's a cool thing. You need to do it right though. You can't just like change the cut. Like, what looks really awkward is like transitions from, for example, like the head to the jumper and stuff like that. And I didn't do it well in this example either, but yeah, I think it's a really cool stylistic choice that you can do. And if you have the opportunity of doing it, I think you should take it. You should take that on, yeah. So yeah, this guy was caught on CCTV. He stole a Snickers bar. He didn't steal. That's not what he did. Like, I mean, because like it, you know, it's still in trial and stuff like that. I should be very careful with what I say and stuff. But he didn't steal. He ate half of it and then he put the rest that he had back into its wrapping and then he left it there. So he took a bite out of it. He wrapped it up. He put it back and then he left. So that's what this guy did. Technically, he's not a shoplifter. He's I don't know what he is. Kind of gross, basically. Yeah. Still doing those. Yeah, so that's what I was saying before, where you can change the color of the lines. I think it looks cool when it's done right. I didn't do it right, and I end up scrapping it in the end. So, sorry to spoil it. But that's what I end up doing. I say phooey to this, and then I redo it. Man, I should get some water or something. Can I? Yeah, I'll take a break. We'll make it better. All right. I'm taking a break for water. I'm back, and I got the water, and it was pretty good. The water's next to me as well, so yeah. I mean, this is the hydration arc of this commentary. You know, there was post hydration, and there's what pre-hydration, post hydration. You know, I've been talking to a bunch of people, and they said that they actually didn't mind the post hydration era, and I get where they're coming from. It seemed a bit more raw, but look, the show needed a change in my opinion. So I appreciated the hydration era, the hydration arc of the show. But honestly, like, everyone knows it's just like it's running off the coattails of the Megamind fandom. Like, everyone knows it. So honestly, I can't believe that it actually that it got off that there was a second episode after the pilot. Honestly, who likes this shit? Is this one going to be the longest video? Could be. Roughly 35 minutes. So, probably not. I think the last one was like 40 or something like that. This one definitely has the most... It definitely has... It utilizes all of my autism, I think. Yeah. So this it could have been executed better. Like I'm still limited with the skills that I have. I'm not really good at painting, shading. I'm still a bit confused about how to execute on that properly. If I don't know. If I wanted to do it better, I might take a class or something, but I'm not sure. You saw me before doing like so this is a new day of painting as well, but you might have seen me do like different skin tones with the cheeks, the forehead, and the chin. Like, I learnt that from like a video ages back, and I'm not even sure if I did the right colors. I know, like, when it comes to like the cheeks and like the middle face, the skin tone turns a bit more reddish, and when it comes to the forehead, it gets a bit more blue because of like blood and stuff like that. But for some reason, I decided the chin was supposed to be green, and I'm not really sure what possessed me to think that the chin gets more greener, which is kind of like a creative decision. But yeah, that was. I mean, it would be something that I wouldn't mind doing. I feel like painting is a really nice skill to pick up. You know, all those old people who like live to like 3,000 and stuff like that. They have like a hobby like that. You know, they like, oh, I go outside and I paint. So, you know, once I'm done, you know, with everything, and I'm an old person, might want to pick up painting, or I might want to have a good idea of how to paint so I can do that for, you know, the rest of my life. Having a good idea of how, you know, hues and all that type of stuff works, that'll probably do me a lot of good. So when do I start ditching the lines? It would have to be soon, because I was like, yeah, all this gets scrapped in the end. Oh yeah, so this happened last night. All right, yeah. So this is pretty late when I started to do that. I should edit that out, and I did. So you don't know what I was reacting to, but again, it's just one of those things where I want you to see the things that I want you to see. I don't want you to look at my desktop and stuff like that. I don't even have anything like bad on it, or I don't even have like, I don't know, like bank information on it or anything. It's just, you know, when you see like the pros do it. They go like, oh, should I? Maybe I should. You know, they're careful about that type of stuff. So just being cautious. I just want you to be seeing the Photoshop window or the paint window. Yeah, so so here we go. I think you can see it. You can see me contemplating. It's like, should I? And then, you know, I did like that because I'm not good at what do you call it? I don't label my layers, and I really should. But here I go. I start going, yeah, let's stitch the lines. You know, just wasting a lot. I just threw all that work away, and I went, yes. But I think it turns out better as a result. So that's the reason why we do this stuff, isn't it? It's an exploration, and I like this character better that he has no eyebrows as well. Doing the shading for the eyes now. Yeah. So I do another thing as well. Like, he's starting to look like a pretty boy. Like he looks like a model. And then afterwards I take away that and I was like, that's perfect. That's more dubious. Like how like that makes him look real crazy, you know. You don't know what this guy's gonna do when he doesn't have the color bit of the eye. It's all pupil, baby. Just trying to indicate more anatomy of the neck. Yeah, again, like, I'm not great at this sort of like painting stuff. It is a lot of fun. I will say that, but I don't have a real great understanding of it. Just kind of indicate more of the skull. I chisel out the ear more so you can kind of get what's going on with that. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, rendering clothes as well, that's fucking... Yeah, I can't get my brain around it. My brain don't understand it. Like, I have to go back to that to get an idea of what the sleeves looked like. Yeah. It's very weird. Very peculiar little thing. Just, you know, indicating more of the hands, showing more of the hand shapes. And I think I finished there. Do I? I think I say... No, I guess I keep on going. Okay, I do more shading. But yeah, it's starting to wrap up now. This is pretty much the finished product. I do a bit of rim lighting. You know, you gotta do that. You gotta do that rim light. You know, you gotta do that rim lighting. You know, and it can be tough. It can be difficult. It can be a slog. But you know, it's like a job. It's like a job. You know, you gotta do it. You gotta do that rim job. You know, gotta do that rim job. It stinks. It sucks. It's poopy, but you gotta do that rim job. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, I think we're done now, and we are. Here's the finished work, and I'm zooming into the main man. Thank you for bye.